I had someone ask me if I ever practice striking from a non-aggressive or natural stance to stand with your stick, and yes, I do. My favorite from here is just the simple thrust, right? Just thrust into the center mass. I don't get fancy. I don't try to hit the throat. I'm not accurate enough for that, but I'll throw these out like jabs, right? So from here, aiming right for the torso because I'm less likely to miss then. And another strike I do from here is just slashing through, right? Or if I'm standing like this, I can always just pick this up and flick the groin to try and get a reaction to get into another strike, right? From this is one of my favorite positions, okay? Because my hands are on the grips. I have good control of the cane. And from here, I can flick out and go into a power strike. If they're close, I can bar strike. All right, and then for close range, Master Ziggy holds his cane like this so he can put his hands up and just punch with this hard surface here, which is a lot harder than your fist. Okay, so these are some of the ways that I practice. Okay, from here, boom, just hit, right? From here, just hit, right? I can put my cane here, I can talk, just hit. I can have my cane, you know, nestled in my hand here and boom, I just hit. I can just hit with either hand, right? So if my cane's here, I can hit with my left, I can hit with my right. If I'm here, I can swing through, I can swing back, I can adjust my grip so I have just a stick fighting regular hold on the cane and just start smashing. If I'm here with the stick this way for that punch, I can come up here, I can come up here. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit on my dummy, but understand that the coordination for this comes from just playing with your cane. And you notice my left is not as good as my right, but okay, and then if my grip is here, okay, that is how to get the right coordination for your cane. Play with it as much as you can. Before I do some striking on my training dummy here, I just want to talk about these different canes I have. This one is from way back when Cold Steel was making white waxwood canes. The crook is a little narrow and I wish it had a beak or point, but it was cheap and it's strong. This one is your typical martial arts supply store rattan cane. It's super light, almost too light, but it's got a nice big crook. But when it's so light that it just feels like nothing in my hand, and I don't think that even if you hit someone in the head, you'd be stopping them quickly. You know, you can hit lots of times fast striking, right? Even here, right? Like it's a speedy and responsive cane, but I don't think either one of these is anything like this cane from Cane Fighters International. Master Guy DeRoe makes excellent products. This thing is nice and heavy. I can feel it for these spins. The crook is wide enough that I have a lot of control in these spinning maneuvers, which are more for training and less for combat. But we need to understand that. But they do have their place, and I'll show that in another video where I actually hit with the spins. And quite honestly, like, I don't like hitting him with this because he's covered in duct tape and it puts marks on my cane, but I'll do one. So if I'm spinning here, just by heaving into them, that's gonna have an effect on someone, okay? There's no doubt about it. All right. So I'm gonna use the cold steel cane here to demonstrate. Now, from here, if I'm just standing here, I can thrust into this guy, right? And I always hit for center of mass, as I said before, because my strikes will go off sometimes. I find this way is more accurate for that thrusting. From a distance, I can step in, try and time my impact with my step, okay? So if I'm here, just the cane's hanging loosely, I can throw from there, right? I'm just here, and I hit, okay? Here, right? If I'm careful, I can slide my hand down a little bit while I'm talking to this person, telling them to stay back. And now I have it in a much better grip for attacking, okay? So if I have it in this relaxed position here, I'm ready to go. Relaxed position, okay? Here, okay? As they close distance, I may be getting into something like a jamming them in the guts here, or here, okay? Right? Here, rolling up, Bernie Letty's specialty, and just drive that up as you twist there, okay? If I've got a nice sharp beak and I hit and my cane gets stuck and I end up grabbing onto this person, offhand strikes or going to another weapon depending on what the situation is, right? So if I'm here, right, and I've slid my hand down a bit, if this is a real bad situation, I can come into the base of the skull here, okay? I don't want to do that if it's just a drunk or someone. I can, oops, probably don't want to hit him in the throat. Sorry, I got carried away there. But if it's a drunk here, if it's a worst case scenario, I can go into the throat, okay? There. If they've come up to me, like I love this one, Master Ziggy taught me this, this part, punching, right? Right from here, please don't. And if that drives them back, got a little more space for that. So from here, like, come on, man, just leave it, right? And then you have to get into countering grabs, as I've showed in other videos, right? But practice just coming from a relaxed position, okay? With a nice heavy cane. If you don't think that's gonna break a collarbone, I think it probably might, okay? That's the best I can give you. If I drive this into the chest and right into the solar plex, here, I think it'll have an effect. The cane is, I believe, a very important tool, and it's going to become more important as you get older. Plus, the world is changing. I don't think it's becoming more friendly. I'm gonna do an upcoming video with Master Guy's help from Cane Fighters International, Guy Dureau. He made my Black Dragon cane. He is an excellent master of the cane. And We're going to do a video on why we think the cane is something that is important for those who are security minded. And as the world becomes more chaotic, they will become more important. And for most of us who live in the West, handguns, pepper spray, things like that might not be legal for you to carry, but an ambulatory aid is something we can carry pretty much everywhere. Thank you.